Hi, welcome back to Becoming Holistically Whole. My name is Christine, and I would like to welcome you to talking about some holiday struggles that individuals may have. There's another video that has just been done on how to deal with difficult or toxic family members. This individual video is going to talk about healthy eating and how to maintain your healthy goals for your fitness and eating for the holidays, because I know that that can be a challenge. You may see me look down from time to time. That's just so that I can reflect on my notes to make sure that I'm covering everything that I want to in this video for you today. I know the holidays are coming, and next week is Thanksgiving, and then Christmas will be right around the corner, and individuals can worry about interacting with family or friends or the holiday parties. With the holidays come the eating and the socializing, and it can be, like I said, from holiday get-togethers to interactions with your family, and they usually always revolve around food. So if you're trying to keep your fitness goals in place, let's take a look at some things that you can use, some ways that you can help yourself during the season. And then if you are also an individual who may struggle with disordered eating, we talk a little bit about that today as well. So how do you not navigate through the holiday season when you're having family dinners and all the desserts and all the comfort foods? So here are some tips that can help you stay on track so you don't struggle. Okay. Number one, eat wisely. Practice mindful eating. Savor each bite. Put your utensils down in between, eating bites. And these are in no particular order. So just grab what you feel will work for you and take it from there. Number two, use portion control. Use a smaller plate. That allows you to have less food on your plate. And these are some tips for individuals who are not struggling with disordered eating. Fill up on fiber-rich foods. That way it helps to satisfy your hunger. Make sure that you're eating before you go. Have a snack or something before you go to an event. Incorporate some of your favorite holiday foods so that you're not eating everything. You know that you can eat these foods, and they're the ones that you enjoy. Don't skip meals. So, if you know that there's a big event that's coming up, you have a Christmas party, don't skip breakfast and lunch because you know that you're going to eat more at the party. Because what happens is that you get ravenous. You're so hungry that you will overeat. So just have your, maybe a little bit lighter breakfast and a lighter lunch if you know that you're going to indulge in some other things for, that party or that dinner. Don't deprive yourself of every treat. Balance it with some healthier snacks. When we go in saying, I'm not going to eat any of blah, 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 whatever that is, you name it, X, it just it sets something in our minds that makes us want it even more. Eat until you're satisfied. Don't stuff yourself, And if you don't know when you might be satisfied, eat, have a little bit of water or some non-alcoholic beverage in between. Wait a little bit, see if you're still hungry. Incorporate vegetables into your plate. So maybe you have some veggie sticks or something with hummus, or incorporate a salad into what you're eating as well. That's going to help with the fiber and things to fill you up. Fill half your plate with fruits and vegetables, and then only choose the foods that you think you're going to enjoy for the rest of your plate. You don't have to take a little bit of every single thing that's there or feel like you have to sample everything that's there. Just do your first half of your plate with your fruits and vegetables, and then take a look at, take a look all the way around the table or whatever is being offered, and really focus on what you might want instead of everything. What are some top foods that you might want? Make sure that you're choosing maybe unsweetened flavored beverage or water to hydrate yourself. instead of taking in all the empty calories that might be in a punch or some of the holiday drinks or alcohol. Plan ahead if you know that you're going to have some special foods. Schedule them. Like I said, have a later breakfast, later lunch. Take the focus off of food. I know that food is a big thing during the holidays, but maybe take the focus off of food. Maybe do something with your family members that doesn't involve food. Maybe go look at Christmas lights. Plan time for yourself for exercise. And don't forget about your own self-care during this time. What about emotional eating? What if you struggle with that? If you're an emotional eater, the holidays can bring a lot of stress. And with that stress, it can lead you to, excuse me, emotional eating. So if your family causes you stress or anxiety, try limiting the time that you're spending with them. You don't have to spend all of your time with them, or 5 hours or 8 hours. Limit it. Limit it to 2 or 3 hours. Try planning something enjoyable for yourself. So like after you've seen family members or what have you, if you've done something that you've engaged in that was stressful for you, try to have a backup plan afterwards, so that when you're done, you can engage in something that's more enjoyable for you, so that you're not going to eat, emotional eating. It's something that you can look forward to for yourself. Keep yourself busy with non-food activities. That might be helpful. Try to think of some things and make a list of things that you might like to do that aren't food related. Give yourself permission to eat whatever you want in small portions. After you've filled up yourself with healthy food, give yourself permission to taste some of these other foods, but you can also use what they call the 3-bite rule. You can have 3 bites of something, and sample multiple things, but you're only taking 3 bites of it. This way you haven't deprived yourself of anything. You've sampled whatever it is you'd like to sample, and you're not filling up completely on that. Okay, this allows you to stay true to some of your health and fitness goals. Use the delicious scale, deliciousness scale. There we go. And that's where you rank foods from like 1 to 10. Okay, so if you walk around the buffet table or walk around the dinner table and you kind of take a look at what's presented to you to eat, just kind of base them on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, well, this cake I would like to try, and the deliciousness scale on that, or I've had this cake before and I know that it is a 7 out of 10. So it's based on 1 to 10, with 10 being the best. But these brownies over here, I know that they only will rank a 4, and go through and then only choose to sample those foods or engage in eating those foods that are a 7 to a 10. So before you fill up on everything and then you're trying to go ahead and eat the other foods that you would like to, which is leading to overeating or stuffing yourself just in order to be able to have it because it's the time of year when these things are made. Be conscious of engaging in drinking alcohol. Not only can it lower your inhibitions and help you kind of not stick to your plan, but it can also be empty calories for you. So you just want to make sure, drink the flavored waters to hydrate, or just have a little bit of something else, but don't engage in the alcohol. Have a limit to it. If you struggle with disordered eating, seeing individuals that you haven't seen for the whole year, or haven't seen for a certain amount of time, or individuals that may lead you to feel uncomfortable or stressed, it can cause a lot of anxiety and stress during the holiday. And, that can be hard somebody's trying to remain on a path to recovery. So what are some things that you can do if you have a disordered eating, or if you engage in disordered eating? Well, plan your meals ahead of time. That might be helpful. So today I have a party and I'm going to have X for breakfast and Y for lunch. And when I go to the party, I will have ABC. Or take your own platter of food to not, to share with other individuals, but things that that you feel comfortable eating, so that there's something that, like, you can guarantee that there's going to be something there for you to have. Try and follow your normal routine as much as possible throughout the day when you're going to be attending a family event. So this way you stay on track with things. It's your normal schedule, it's your normal routine. Remind yourself that you're not going to gain weight from one holiday meal. Okay? That's not normally how that works. But at the same time, set boundaries for yourself. So don't just say, oh, well, I won't gain weight from one holiday meal, so I'm going to eat all of this stuff. No, I'm going to eat this, this, and this, and set those boundaries for you. Like I said earlier, find some new holiday traditions that don't include food. Go with your family and look at Christmas lights, or do some karaoke or something. Decorate a gingerbread house. And you may say, well, that involves food. Okay, but it involves food without you having to feel like you have to eat it. So you can still be around food and feel comfortable with it, but at the same time, you're creating a gingerbread house, so the pressure's off to be eating food. Think about questions ahead of time that you may be asked that might make you feel uncomfortable. Answer them, to yourself, or how would you answer them? Kind of role play with someone, because sometimes the potential for uncomfortable questions can lead to a lot of anxiety and stress also. Have a list of helpful distractions that you can engage in if your thoughts are disordered. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Have that plan for yourself. Have compassion on yourself above everything else. Just know that you can only do your best at that moment, and be okay with that. Identify a support person who's aware of the kind of support you need at this time. Someone that knows you're going to this family event or party and can be the person, like your lifeline, that you can call if you're struggling. If you're stressed, remember to breathe. Do some breathing techniques. Do some body check-ins with yourself. Don't wait till your stress level is so far, or your anxiety is so high, that using any type of coping skill is going to be difficult. Pay more attention to how you're feeling so that you can use those interventions that you have before you really need them. Families can be pushy when it comes to food. It's all, oh, you're fine, just eat this, or you really need to try this, and I work so hard on this food, so, I'm going to be upset if you don't try it. That can, lead you to feeling pressured, or feeling like you have to eat certain foods, or, again, bring up that anxiety level quite a few notches. So, again, if you plan ahead, do check-ins with yourself, have your support team around that you can talk to, or text or call. Plan how you're going to deal with those tough emotions. Reduce the number of events that you go to with these family members or individuals that might be pushy. Practice coping skills before you need them. So, if you're going to do some breathing exercises, practice them before you need to use them. This way, it's kind of automatic when you do need them. Engage in more self-care. Make sure you're taking care of you, especially if you're stressed during this time of year. Communicate your boundaries and set an exact time. So if, Aunt Sally invites you over and she expects you to be there, her get-togethers from 3 to 9, and that there's no way that you can handle 6 hours of being around your family, either you can decline the invitation, or if you want to see some family members and be there, then make the choice to say, okay, Aunt Sally, thank you for inviting me. Unfortunately, I'll only be able to attend from 3 to 5 today. And that's okay. Now, they may get their feelings hurt, or they may push back or respond with some passive-aggressive responses, but remember, it's okay to set those healthy boundaries for you. Stay centered on the meaning of the holiday. Take the focus off of food. Focus on, just being with family, having good conversations, playing games together, going to see Christmas lights, those types of things. Stop any negative self-talk that may come up for you. So if you know that negative self-talk or being critical of yourself is going to be an issue, think about the ways, the coping techniques that you can use to challenge those or refocus your attention, but stop them the minute they start. Don't let them have any control or power over you. Avoid the use of drugs or alcohol again, because this lowers your inhibitions, leading you to not be as confident or having a struggle with being able to stay on your plan of recovery. Although the holidays can come with a lot of challenges, you can overcome them and decrease your stress throughout the holiday season by planning in advance. So it's okay to say no. It's okay to set limits. It's okay to set boundaries. You're not responsible for anyone else's feelings. You're responsible for you. It's okay to take care of yourself. And like I said, put those boundaries or limits around it. Don't meet with people, decline invitations, whatever you need to do to help you feel safe and well during the holiday season. It's okay. So with this comes the journal prompts so that you can dig a little bit deeper into some of these things for yourself. Number 1, what will be a struggle for me regarding food this holiday season? Is it going to be overeating, restricting, feeling pressured to eat, eating too much? Whatever the case may be, identify that. Number 2, what's my plan of action for overcoming this or helping me through this? So list that plan of action so you've got it in place before the holiday gets here and you know what you're going to do. Identify who can I count on for support. That's number 3. Who's my support team? Who's my support network that I can text or call or expect to see at the party who can help me? And number 4, where would we be without number 4? How did I show up for myself today? So again, the holidays come with stress. They can come with anxiety. But if you've got a plan of action in place and you know that it's okay to set limits and boundaries and you have that support team in place and you know that what time you're going to spend with families and with your family and what time you're not, the holidays will go a little bit easier. So if you have any concerns or need any help with anything, please, if you feel comfortable, put it down in the comments. We can all help one another through this. But again, remember, if there's comments made by individuals, this is a safe place for individuals. We want to be conscious of that as we're responding or having individuals make comments. I want them to feel safe and secure in this channel. So I wish you all the best for the holidays. Have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good Christmas. Make sure that you have your plans of action in place and your support people. And make sure that you're taking care of you. See you then.